Well, Sam, dude, thanks heaps for jumping on today, bro. What I wanted to cover with you is exactly, you've been part of the cartel for what, 13, 14 weeks now?
Yeah, around that.
Around that.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to walk me through like exactly where you were at when you first started. And kind of we'll go through exactly like where you're at now with your business and implementation. So when you first started, dude, like where were you currently at just before you joined the Coaches Cartel?
Right. So, well, about 4 or 5 months prior to joining the cartel actually was when I set out to start my online business. Before that, I worked for a few years as an in-person PT, worked really long, terrible hours. Um, just kind of stopped enjoying fitness in general, and I wanted to turn things around. So I started working on my fitness business, my online business, sorry, and um, basically I made zero traction. I knew I could deliver, but as far as attracting clients and the marketing aspect, like I had no experience and I made pretty much zero progress. I think I gained one online client in 4 or 5 months, which is
What were you trying to do? What marketing strategies and stuff were you trying to do? Just so other coaches know when they watch this, like what not to do.
yeah. So posting on social media, but like I didn't really know what to post about. Like
Yeah.
that's one of the things with the cartel. I know we'll probably get more into this in a second, but like the cartel actually provides guidance on like not just posting on social media, but like exactly the frameworks and like what works and what doesn't, but like actually providing the proper path for how to market. That's the situation I was in, was like I knew I needed to market, but it was kind of like blindly doing whatever. It was like shooting with a blindfold basically,
Yeah.
and it got me absolutely nowhere.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so anyways, 4 or 5 months, made zero progress before I joined the cartel, and then that's when things started to turn around for me.
Sweet as, man. What happened? I know we had a kickoff call. I meet this Sam dude from Canada. Where did you move from? Toronto? You just come from Toronto?
Toronto, yeah,
And where you living
Toronto, and then
now?
I
You're
moved.
in a little town, aren't you?
Yeah, kind of 4 hours away from Vancouver, Western Canada.
Yeah. And how many people are in your town?
Around 1,000.
That's
It's like
crazy.
microscopic.
Which is funny because like this
Love
is
it.
like super similar to when I first started my fit business as well. It's because like I was in a town of 1,500. So it's like just thinking you need to be in a city to actually start growing online fit business is completely wrong because obviously we've got the internet to leverage where we're up. So dude,
Totally.
walk us through it. What started to happen? You're starting the cartel, you and I jumped on a kickoff call. Where do we start
Yeah,
there?
basically, yeah. So started with the cartel, got guidance from you. Basically, week to week, one step at a time, small steps, slowly building momentum. Um, you learn a lot. Like you learn a ton as you do this stuff. So you get, as I mentioned, like every step, and eventually all of these little things really add up. And then that's when I would think it was not very long into the process when I had my first several clients, high ticket clients, join in.
Yeah.
And like that was really exciting. And then like you realize that what you're doing is actually working, because for a while there's like several weeks where you're just kind of grinding away. You're doing like you're going through with a process that you've been guided to go through, and you don't really know if it's working. But then all of a sudden it's like, holy crap, this is actually working. And then more and more momentum builds. Like there's a snowball effect, and it's really cool.
Dude, how many? Because I think this is super important what I'm about to ask, because so many people I talk to when they look at building online fit biz is like they feel they need like a massive following. The only successful coaches are the ones with thousands of following and whatnot. And although like a following can be important with having the proper prospects in front of us, how many followers did you have on your page when we first started?
It was like
20 something.
it's Instagram. So yeah, okay. So
If I wasn't page like
Face,
20.
Facebook was like under 20,
Yeah.
and Instagram was like under 350 followers, versus like when you look at like influencers who have like tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or more.
Mm.
So that, like, to answer your question, you don't need a following
No.
to make a career of this.
Definitely not. We need some small interactions, because I think about my own biz too, dude. Like I've got what, 250 people that follow my page on Facebook, and I wouldn't go a week where I don't do 3-4 high ticket sales. So it's pretty it's really, really interesting. I mean, keep cruising, bro. Dude, actually, what happened? Like what week 7?
Yeah.
Let's hit it.
Yeah. I
Week
know where
7.
we're going with this.
We're stressing out.
So I initially, after not too long in the process, several weeks, that was when I first built a bit of momentum, gained several high ticket clients at once. So I was like, holy crap, everything's working. And then that was when the whole COVID pandemic started. Like everything went into lockdown. That's when all the gyms closed, and I started to freak out. So like I was steering my business in one direction, and I was like, shit, I have to start completely from scratch. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Like I'm screwed. And then on top of that, my financial situation was terrible. Like I had no money. Like I had used the last of my money. I paid off all the money that I earned, all the revenue that I earned with the high ticket clients that I just gained. I was used to pay off debts and money that I owned. So
which I wasn't aware about at the time, and I was really cranky because I'm like, oh, there goes all our startup capital to get to the paid market. But anyway, that's a side note. I was like, what an idiot.
But anyways, so I was stressed out of my mind. Like I had no idea what I was going to do. And I kept grinding for the next several days. And like, I was like, okay, I'm screwed. So that was when you and I got on a call, and I explained to you, like, man, I don't know how I'm going to keep going. Like I'm screwed. I have no money. I don't know how I'm going to start from scratch. Like,
what do we need to do? We need to make what, $2,000 in 2 weeks, something like that?
Yeah. So basically, in that call, you said, like, you told me, like, you had the perfect reaction. So I was stressed out of my mind, and like you said exactly what I needed to hear at the right time. Like it actually threw me off guard. I was like, I thought you were going to be like, yeah, you're right, you're screwed. But you said like the exact right thing, and you told me the exact steps I needed to take, like starting right then, exactly what I needed to do. It's like, okay, like it's all or nothing.
Yeah, let's touch point on that. For example, like first of all, I remember exactly what I said, and because I've said it to myself, and I've been told it multiple times as well. I say to coaches all the time, like those high stress scenarios we get ourselves into, especially financially. Like there's two ways. It's either fight or flight with it. It's like if you fight and you embrace that power of stress, you will work like you've never worked before when it comes to actually getting something to start to deliver, something to start to reap benefit from. So if you're in that position, like there's two ways. Like if I softened off on you and dude, like, yeah, man, like it's a really hard position, see what we can do, blah, blah, blah. You wouldn't have made no implementation. But like those times, because I know personally for my business and for many other people, just like I did for you, actually honing that power of stress and moving forward with it and implementing, that's the difference between actually winning or not. So dude, what happened? What started to happen?
Yeah, so exactly what you just said, did what you said.
Put some action steps in.
Put the action steps in, like had no choice at that point.
Because you weren't getting a job. There's no way we could bail out. We got this pandemic going on, Murray. You're not going to silly sollies and getting a part-time job.
Exactly. So it was like, again, did what you said. It was like next 3 days, gained 8 clients. Like no joke. I gained 5 clients in one day. So got on the messaged them in the morning, called them in the evening, gained 5 clients in one day. And that was like, okay, like we're going to make this happen. And then from there, it was like the steamroller, the engine started all over again. And now how many weeks would that, around 6, that was around 6 weeks ago now, I guess.
Yeah.
And I've made over 10K in revenue since then. And like, this is coming from someone that had $0 at that point.
Yeah.
So like I went from being stressed out of my mind with zero money to making over 10K and this is from someone that like started completely from scratch too. And this was from like following your guidance, you saying the right things at the right time, having the right steps. And that's all it is. It's one step after the next and focusing on what you're doing that day and not getting too overwhelmed by every little thing that's going on at the same time. It's just one step at a time. And that's one thing that like, that you do so well. And it's so great to be part of the Cartel is like, you have that roadmap. It's not, it's simplified in the best way possible.
Yeah.
So,
I think the hardest thing about anything that we do in the coaching business is what you've nailed is imperfect action. I think like we say to people all the time, you know, like you're not going to nail things perfect. And what do I say all the time? Reps, man. Like just like we build ourselves in the gym, we need to build ourselves in our business. So like imperfect action, that's what's getting the results, man. Like you're not here for information. If you want information, I've got plenty of awesome books I can tell you to go read and go Google something, but we're here to actually implement. Get stuff done.
Totally.
So, dude, like, like from now, like, I know on our group call just the other week, like, what are some of the issues you're starting to run into now?
Yeah, so they're good issues. I guess you would call them like growing pains. I'm at a point now where like I have so many clients that like I actually have to figure out how to manage my time better. It's not so much of the problem of like, holy crap, I don't have any clients. It's like I have so many clients, like I have too much work, which is like
how do I start member management?
It's the best problem to have, honestly. It's like this is what I've been dreaming of. So and like it's just another thing to get past too. Like I still want to keep growing. Like that's still the goal. I'm still going to keep growing. It's just like this, it's all part of the process, but it's like, man, this is a good problem to have. So really cool.
Hell yeah. So Sam, from day one, moving out, town of 1,000 people, living in the basement, what's in 13, 14 weeks time we are at right now, what's your total gross revenue you've made in the last 13, 14 weeks?
Well, I just signed another high ticket client this morning, which is
didn't even know about that one. There you go.
Yeah. So it's around 16K.
Dude.
Yeah. So, and this is too, like, this is coming from someone that was making $0 in revenue from my online business and like had no idea what they were doing at all. So I
wonder how many online coaches would like to make $16,000 in the next 12 to 14 weeks. I think a few. Like I would continue to like to do that. That'd be really, really good. Because guess what? Guess what that means, dude? I know the monetary item, it's important for our business, but ultimately, like you're making more impact on people's lives. You're helping more people. Sam, you're gaining freedom, dude. Like next week, if you wanted to go to, I don't know, Antarctica, guess what? You could.
Why not?
As long as you got that Wi-Fi signal, mate.
I was gonna say, better have a good signal, but totally,
100%, man. So Sam, like if you, and I think this is so important because I know I sat in the position. I know you even sat in the position, like business coaching, fitness business coaching. Can someone actually help me? Like, what do I know? What don't I actually know? Like, if someone was sitting in the position that I was in, like, okay, should I actually pull the trigger? Should I actually dive deep into implementing, getting a business coach, joining the coach's carousel? What would you tell them?
Yeah. So I think that a lot of people have this mindset where like they can do it themselves. And I know that I had this mindset too, because like there's so much information on the internet. You'd think that you could just take all of this, put it together yourself, and then do your own thing and it'll work really well. But like, it's so important. Like, why not just get the help of people that actually know how to do this thing and make it happen. Like,
do you find it helpful doing that? Do you find it, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, do you find it helpful? And I think, because I think a lot of people have been commenting on this recently, like me handling the first 4 months of the coaching, like, is it good that I run a fitness business as well? Because there's a lot of business coaches out there that do not currently run a fitness business. They may have in the past, and that's super cool. Do you find it helpful that I'm in the trenches with you? We're doing the same stuff. 100%.
And it's exactly like you said. It's like a lot of coaching businesses that coach other coaches. That's all they do is they coach other coaches. They don't actually, it's like you said, they're not in the trenches with you, but that's one thing that you are. You coach coaches, but you're also running the same type of business that we are, which is which is great. Yeah, totally.
I think it's handy,
But
hey,
yeah,
because like we get to, it's fun, hey, jamming on our ads and what's performing well and what we're doing. Like it's really good. I really think it's been a real benefit to a lot of people recently, in me being able to walk the walk and make sure like implementations I can try, I'm constantly adapting to the market as well. So having the fresh of the fresh there and then, like it's pretty handy.
100%.
Pretty
Yeah,
handy, man.
totally. Definitely.
Dude, man, love your work, Sam. And guess what?
Love it.
We're just at the beginning, honestly. Like
That's,
this is the on ramp. We're just cruising into the good stuff. So from now, bro, excited where we're going.
yeah, man, really excited.
Hell yeah, right, dude.
Oh,
Thanks
yeah.
for jumping on, bro, and
Absolutely.
let's get back to work.